he works in the ITC field, which ITC stands for Instrumental Transcommunication. And he has written this book called When Spirits Speak. He does have a YouTube page. You guys should check it out. It's Bruce Holiday. Actually, I could probably pull it up on YouTube on here. I'll connect it to the internet. And so this book here explains what instrumental transcommunication is. This has been going on since like the 60s. Basically, this means a form of different form of communication using a recorder. That's instrumental transcommunication. Well, over time, they have found that video feedback loop, static, various different frequencies, and also vibrations. They can kind of tap into, in my opinion, in theory, what psychic mediums tap into, like on a different level. So basically what we do is I'm the co-founder, and Katie Safford is also the other co-founder, and we are LLC. And he should be here. He's running time. He's just trying to get more stuff together and stuff like that. But he should be here. Hopefully, we'll see. So we started building back in 2015. We didn't really expect anybody to even notice our equipment. We know what's in our equipment, and but all of our equipment is based off of what scientists use. But I'm not here to prove anything to a scientist or anybody. It's just basically for myself. And some people took notice, and people are like, "Oh, that's awesome. Do you sell the ghost box, or do you sell that motion device, or do you sell that trigger off?" We have like a touch tray, and it's called the interactive field device. And I was so shocked. She wanted to use a video feedback loop. She did great. I watched part of the episode, and she also used one of our ghost boxes, and it was good. It was really good. What in the world?
I have a microphone too.
What did you do?
I have a microphone too.
What happened to my screen?
I have a microphone too.
By the way, this is Brandon Cooper. He is our shaman.
Also losing my pants.
He's basically like my little brother, because I'm older than him, right?
By like a couple of months.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. I'm older.
You're bigger than me because I'm a short gnome.
But Brandon's been with us for about what, 7, 8 years? I don't know.
2 weeks.
For a long time. But no, my real brother, he actually worked with him, and I'm originally from South Carolina. And Katie and I were in the military. We were stationed overseas in Germany for a little over 6 years. And
Just gonna keep pushing.
yeah, there it goes. I wonder why it went out like that.
Because I got a mic.
Just because you grabbed the mic.
So our boxes are based off of, I don't know if you guys have heard Frank Sumption. He was the original builder of ITC. He was the godfather of ITC. So we base a lot of our boxes off of the Frank Sumption box. But instead of like shack hacks, where you cut the meat wire and you just set it to go, we actually we have our own custom boards. We solder everything into place. We program it. We bless them. We do some metaphysical stuff with them.
Did you say what now?
Who?
Did you say I bless them?
I did. I blessed all the ones that are sold today.
Oh, I thought you meant something else. My bad.
God bless you.
We love you guys. You guys are great. We love all of you.
So what we're going to do, we're going to show you a couple of examples of other people using our stuff because I think that shows better. You don't want to see us using our stuff and be like, that's some bullshit.
Well, so as you can see, there's a microphone here. Okay. So this box is connected to this plasma ball. Just letting you, because our devices, some of our boxes work off of the
electromagnetic frequencies.
That's correct.
And so sometimes some of our boxes, like it's environmentally based. So if the EMF or the temperature or whatever goes off, it will affect
I believe it's just the EMF.
It will
Don't tell them about what we're working on.
We have a cool project, but anyway, back to me. It will affect your sweep rate. So like a spirit could technically manipulate some of our boxes just by being around it. And we've gotten some pretty good data off of that.
So here's a video of KD using our new device that we just debuted this year. It is called the Brainwave Radio.
I broke it.
Well, we fixed it, and so this is a demonstration of him using this device. You will see this device on a new show that's coming out. I can't say what it is because I've signed a contract. So
I did.
Do I know? No, none of us are on it, but our equipment is on it. So, okay, so we build equipment for Portals to Hell, the Kesha show. We build equipment for Ben Hansen's show for his first season.
Jack Osborne. Ghost Brothers.
Yes.
Ghost Brothers.
Yeah, so you might see, and 28 days. I mean,
Our equipment gave Jeremy Leonard a heart attack.
it was the spirits.
Sorry, equipment.
No, I made him sign a contract. I made it go to the doctors and everything.
We have that helmet at our booth if you guys want to see the one, and then send it like tag Jeremy Leonard.
I'm probably gonna have to turn it up here. No, it is up here. Because that's what I had to do yesterday. Let's see here.
Doesn't he look like Fred Durst?
A little bit.
When y'all see him later on, just come up to him and be like, Fred Durst, what's up, man? I did it all for the Mickey.
Hey, you need to go tell somebody something.
I mean, I don't know. There was supposed to be a tech guy in here.
Come on.
Y'all are supposed to be professionals.
What does that really mean?
Hey, this ain't my setup, folks. So it's just coming through there, but
Writing code to me, but I think you have 6 different values that this particular chip will read, right? So let's see. Right now we're powered up. Hopefully it doesn't take so far. And this is just a cable, a long ass cable to. Anyway.
for the camera, I have no idea what that is.
Let's just start making it. Now that alarm should start flashing faster, and that should also change the rate of sweep. Does anyone here that can communicate with me? Sarah? Sarah? Can you tell me your last name?
Did you guys hear the different voices that were coming through there? So that sweep is connected to basically, not just with his brainwaves, but it's also, because you clip the little pieces on your ear. So that tests the pulse. And so, but you do have to focus to get that box going. And that device, it took us about 3 years to develop that device. And as you can see, we're just now debuting it. We showed it like once last year.
That's when I broke it.
Oh, yeah, we showed it twice. We showed it at Joppy Job. Yeah, Joppy Job, when we broke it.
That would be Joplin for people that don't speak K.
That's right, I have my own language. So, let me show you another video. So one other, team does have the brainwave radio, and it's the Ghost Sisters. They are helping us compile, theories with, the brainwave radio, which I find extremely fascinating because she is a psychic, Mandy, who's the lead, she is a psychic medium. So here's a video of.
Let you guys know that we have finally received our new device. It is called the Brainwave. This is made by Supernatural InK, and you can look them up on YouTube and on Facebook. Katie Stafford is the one that made our InK box, who made our mat, and he has made the Brainwave, which is not for sale. So we are the only second people to have this. That is including the owner. So I'm very grateful to have this device. And I am going to be working with it to test it out and learn more. But what it is like the essence method, okay? So the brainwave is this headset right here, which you can see, okay? And they call it the Mind Flex band, and it has a sensor in the middle. And what it's doing is it's going to read my mind. So if you're a medium or someone who's very sensitive, you can probably get some really good responses and come through this device. So we're hooked up to this InK, I want to say InK box, to this spirit box here, made by Katie Stafford. And there's the logo. Okay, and I'm basically the third party, so I'm not to be like saying anything that comes through to me. I'm just to let it read my mind, and it's supposed to come through this spirit box when someone asks me questions. So I gotta really focus. So stay tuned. I plan on using this hopefully this Saturday. Like I said, I got to roll with it, make sure I'm going to use it correctly before I actually use it in the field. All right, guys, we'll be live this weekend. Stay tuned. Here's it out.
And of course, she did use it.
She's no longer with us.
And, well, so she had such great results with it that she wanted to try it on someone who, we're all have some form of intuitiveness, okay? I heard a story real quick. I heard a story about a gentleman who went to a junkyard, of cars, of vehicles. And there was a gentleman, he was like, oh gosh, somebody died in that vehicle. And the person who's running the junkyard was like, yeah, you can always tell the vehicles that people have died in. And this person's not a psychic medium or anything. It's just that we use something that we all naturally have. And like, I'm not a psychic medium. I'm kinesic. I'm a behavior analyst. But we all have that gut intuitive feeling. Just some may tap into it a little bit differently than others. And it's just basically also on your beliefs and your upbringing and yada, yada, yada. I won't bore you with any of that. But I do want to show you this other video with the brainwave radio, just because that is that is our newest device that has made a lot of we're breaking boundaries here in the ITC field, and I'm trying.
I'm not a psychic medium either. I'm more like a textual artist.
Which one is it? I'm trying to find it. It didn't upload yet.
Do we have any questions? Yes.
What do you think of, you know, you try that too, like, he
To
wants.
bring stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we get it back from the TV show.
Yeah, we can, we'll talk about that.
Absolutely. That, yeah, no, we don't make anybody sign a contract to wear the brainwave radio, but we make people sign contracts to wear the helmet.
And we have another question. Yes.
I saw something, what if you use that to communicate with animals, so that every single people communicate telepathically?
Yes, ma'am.
So that you can, you can actually have a conversation.
Good question.
Yes, you absolutely, okay, so what we have found so far in our data, and I record all the data and feedback, okay, from, the Ghost Sisters, Austin Maynard, he works with Nick Groff. He, right now has one that's on loan. Anyway,
He'll be here next week.
yeah, so, but, so Mandy, me and her were talking on the phone, and, she was talking about, animals and trigger objects, this, that, and the other. And that has come up in our conversation. And I'm trying to find this other video of one of their sisters that wore the helmet. It's on TikTok, so I was trying to upload more updated stuff. And I will show you like one or two clips of behind the scenes of us working on one of the ghost helmets. I can't remember what this video is.
Oh, how you doing? Thank you very much. Good question. But now getting back to your talking to animals.
You have to have the ability to do it, because I would think like, we have to have.
Somehow you need to be the bridge between the animal and the box, I think.
Yeah.
But, maybe, they're spiritual entities just like we are.
Yeah.
But a more pure form.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think, yeah, I think it definitely can, happen.
Like, so, there's, you can just communicate solely, like you said, more instead of actions. So that's where
Right.
it might be where it might come to the issue.
Well, also,
They don't speak.
well, in the ITC field, we also use television and like the old days when it, after midnight, you cut off and you just got the white noise screen.
Yeah.
We use that a lot. We also have some technology where we use fog and laser to it'll create images.
Yeah.
So they could probably use that to make some images. The ITC world is wide open for any kind of communication. So, yeah.
What's up? Like, yo, what's the second one? What seasons are recording? I think I put down the pages.
I'm going to say,
I like the paranormal stuff.
yeah,
Because I'm in environmentals.
my number one tool is deep. And if you miss
Love it.
your number one tool, it should be yourself. You're going to use your ear into it inside your nature. But to help validate, I like to use my tests. Smaller tests. I love, that's probably my go-to. That and the second one is to help. I worked 45 minutes straight. One time at on location, and I freaked out. There's stuff that it helps you to see. And it was, and then one question we get off topic is safe. Oh, they gave Jeremy Leonard a heart attack. Literally on, you can see it on social media.
The ghost helmet did not give him a heart attack.
Gave him a heart attack.
It did not give him a heart attack. He was checked by doctors prior before wearing it, okay? That device has nothing to do with your heart or anything like that. He had already had underlying, he had stroke prior to the show. Okay, a lot of people don't know that, and I don't like to talk about people's health, but the ghost helmet did not cause that to happen. Okay, he was under a lot of stress, and there's no possible way. John Persinger is the one who has developed the God helmet, and not one person in their study ever had a heart attack, a stroke, or anything. If anything, they use the same method for people who are in comas. All right. And you know, the blindfolds that have the little flashing lights on the blindfolds for people to go into a meditative state, which I would recommend not wearing them, because if you are prone, it even says on the box, if you're prone to epileptic seizures, not to wear those blindfolds to help with meditation. And our helmet, you can cut the lights off. Okay, it has nothing to do, it does not mess with your heart rate. Now, you're going to psych yourself up because you're just automatically going to think, oh my God, I'm going to see something. Well, that's not the case after you wear it. You're like, oh, well, that's, you know, you don't want to go in with a conceived idea. So, but Todd Bonner with the Short Paranormal, so he's using the ink box here.
What's her name? Who's up there? He's behind us.
I'm speechless. People send me their investigative videos. Our Facebook is filled with them. Hundreds of teams. And I'm so grateful that they are sharing their experiences with us, with their equipment. This is a very interesting, this is with our coffin edition box. Okay, I gotta play that again. Did you guys notice that box told it to stop with the light? When she sent this video to me, I was like, that's awesome. That's the first for me. It literally left me scratching my head. Like all kinds of theories were coming to my mind. Was there a spirit there, and then another spirit could have been there, and like a family member was telling the other spirit through the box, "Hey, stop messing with the light." I mean, it's just so. I'm like, what in the world's going on here? How do you explain that?
And I told you like that we heard before that was like the spirit trying to figure out how it works. And I'm like,
you know what? I didn't even think of that because she just sent this to me the other day, and it's July. When she sent it on July 4th, and so I didn't even have had time much to think. I was just blown away that I was like, what in the world? But I want to play that again so you guys can see it again from the beginning. Yeah, so she collects haunted objects. Yes, and she knows where they come from. She knows the backstory of all of them. Okay, so for instance, I don't know about these two dolls here, but we actually did an auction. Kira put an auction together for Brandon, and so basically she had one of her dolls up for auction. And this doll was haunted, and a gentleman named Andrew won the doll in the auction. 2 months later, which I will not show this video of him, just because I want to keep it private. Needless to say, he does not ghost hunt anymore. He has now like turned his life completely around. He called me and he said he needed the doll gone. He needed to know what he needed to do with it. The Catholic Church would not, because he's Catholic. Well, he went, like I said, he turned his life. Yeah, it totally changed his life. And the thing is when I was telling Kira this, she says, well, there's no way. I mean, she's not like malicious or anything. And I was like, well, yeah, if you would see the video that you sent me, yeah, there was 2 priests there. It's pretty graphic. I will not show it. I told him I would be happy to drive down to Oklahoma to get it for him. Because he was like, it's in another room. It's in a locked box, and it was bringing in things into his home. And Kira was like, "There's no way that that doll's doing it." I'm like, "I'm telling you, I sent her the videos, and she says, 'Oh my God, send me the doll back.'" And I'm like, "Yeah, they got rid of the doll." She says, "Well, where did the doll go?" And well, apparently, I won't say anything, but somebody else acquired the doll. No problem whatsoever with this doll. Maybe whatever they did, the prayers or what have you. I don't know if I couldn't even watch the whole video. I mean, it was like a 45-minute long video, and I was getting very emotional. And you really have to be very careful when you come across haunted items. I mean, we have people drop off haunted objects at the museum that I direct, but that's just a title because I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, so the museum is a B&B, and people drop off Ouija boards. They drop off spoons. They drop off. Somebody actually did a seance on a table, right? And they totally didn't tell me, like, because if you cause your problem, right, you want me to come in and clean it up. I don't like to clean up other people's messes. I don't like to say it that way because it sounds very cold, but I explained to them, I mean, if you're in your 60s, I mean, I'm sure you're probably very aware you're doing seances and you're rich and you know what happens and whatnot. She was like, there was something haunting her house. Well, it wasn't something, it was because she did a seance on this table. And I had already knew it is a 5-legged table and it is a Jewish table. And it was made before the Craftsman movement. Because I'm a historian, I could kind of look at things and tell if they were made before or after the Craftsman movement. But long story short, she just wanted to get that thing out of her house. So I took that to my house, and my kids, especially my son, he would get crayon marks on it. He'd color all over it. And there was, I didn't have any problems with it, but I also did anoint it with grapeseed oil and did pray on it prior to bringing it into my home. Yes.
My mom, my stepdad, fancy options, and they bring home some really creepy shit. Like, I'm like, you just bring all this shit into your house without maybe kind of screening it a little bit. Like, so she started asking, like, activity a little bit. When she brought certain things over, oh, bring all this home.
Well, you know,
I'm kind of seeing it, maybe it's a little more serious.
well, the thing is that's what she does. She seeks for these things. And
There's a couple of different theories on that.
yes, but sometimes it's residual.
Well, one of them is, there's this piece of furniture sitting in a home. Who knows what he goes on behind the clothes? So that energy, it's just like there's this thing called stonemason theory. Which basically a rock or wood floor, whatever, can trap that energy. And then it's like, so it's the same thing like with piece of furniture, especially a couple 100-year-old piece of furniture. It's been through how many different families.
Yeah, and then she basically opened it up and did a seance on the table, and
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's not really a wellness person, so that doesn't make like things that are attracted to like people who are not quite solid, that would just exacerbate something.
Yeah, sometimes, it says to, not all cases, but sometimes, is, don't even acknowledge them. But if they start getting, like, things start getting abusive or, causing problems and stuff like that, a lot of times they just want your attention. They really kind of want to understand what's going on. And over time, if they really want your attention, they'll most certainly, yeah. So then that's when you want to say, hey, look, I mean, this is, okay, so how many of you think that there's rules for paranormal researching? So take it over, brother.
Yeah, so there are ethical rules to ghost hunting.
Your ethical rules, not like mine or anybody else's.
There are etiquette
Correct.
rules, but it also depends on the team and what you do. Are there rules?
It's all up to the team and how they want to operate. There is no wrong or right way.
And we can see that on some of the television shows. I'm not going to mention names, but you can see the difference in styles.
And if that is what's giving them their evidence,
So be it.
that's their technique. There's no rules. There's no rules. I might not agree with some people's way of researching, but if that is producing evidence, then what they do is not my business. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah. Right, and you get other people who have different,
You have people that provoke people that say, no, they're not gonna provoke. Yeah.
Correct.
We did cases where people go to places and they go to a yard sale and bring sale.
Mhm.
And you don't know where that's been. One case, lady comes out with books, dishes. And she goes, oh, I forgot to tell you. How can you own a house?
she forgot,
Right.
bro, she forgot, bro.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I do? I put selenite above my door. I put a cross as soon as you walk into my house, there's a cross. As soon as you walk out, there's a cross. And I have them at all the doorways. And then also I've used the Asian theory too with the mirrors. If they Asian, Filipino especially, have
They're
very,
called popcorn.
I have a very good Filipino friend.
Pretty much sometimes.
This lady turned her eyes back to her head.
Oh, I got a possession video on here. I might show y'all.
And the cross.
I'm serious. It's crazy.
It was almost possessed.
I have encountered so, yeah, I have left places scratching my head like, wow, because we have authority in this realm. And let me play this real quick, and I want you guys to hear this, and then I'll reiterate.
Can you tell me your name?
Eventually.
That, oh, shit.
So that was right after Zach Baggins had left the 15 Castle. But Katie has a really good video where he was in a tunnel and his box said, Mark of the Beast. What was it like? It's crazy. Like, yeah. Do this. Here we go. Tell them how it is.
Don't do that.
So you could have said hello to Mariah. You stop. There you go. Yeah.
No, don't do that.
I did it last night.
What do you do in those situations? This is why networking is so good. Because then you can call the people that know what they're doing if you need that. Don't ever try to take it on yourself. Don't ever try to do cleansings or anything
No.
that you don't know how to do.
Thank you for bringing that up
Because you will make it so much worse.
Okay, so Brandon called, okay, I was doing a home case, and we don't do home cases anymore. Brandon calls me, right, I'm in the basement on a home case, right, he calls me on, what was it, Messenger or
That
something?
video calls.
Yeah. I don't know, it's been about 3 years ago.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anywho, so I'm like right in the middle of this thing going on, I'm like, okay, this is messed up, like, okay, so going back to the animal thing, so, I have I know various different psychic mediums. I always like to bring a psychic medium with me.
That's good, Lord.
And so I had brought a friend of mine, and she's a psychic medium, and she is a psychic medium with animals. And I won't get it. I have a whole bunch of videos of stuff with her and with, even with snakes. It's very, very interesting. So I was like, okay, because her dog, this lady had a dog and stuff like that, which really messed with this dog. She had video. That's the only reason why I went to her house, because she actually had evidence of this. Long story short, we go there, and her friend went on YouTube or TikTok and made a salt bath in a spray bottle and went around the house and sprayed every corner. The activity got extremely bad to the point where her dog was having issues like limping. The dog stopped eating, and she got a hold of me. But she told me everything. I said, I need to know everything. I understand you may forget things, but things will come to you when they do. I need you to tell me everything. Just don't lie to me, because I won't be able to help you. You have to tell me every little detail so I know exactly how to deal with this. I don't banish things. But I know different. Everybody has their own way of doing things. I'll just leave it at that. But he calls me, and the camera, Abby's holding the camera, and apparently I had gotten scratched. And I was like, I didn't get scratched, and I probably did that myself. I'm trying to dispute it. And he goes, Katie, and he starts doing his shaman thing on me. And it's wintertime, okay? I started profusely sweating. I almost fainted. I got very hot. And I said, what's going on? What's wrong? What are you doing, Brandon? And he goes, no, something is trying to attach to you. And I was like, well, I won't go into deep depth. And then all of a sudden he's like, I need every single one of you to leave out of the house now. I was like, oh, this is my job. I ain't running from nobody. And he goes, run. So I had video cameras set up in the house. You see everybody take off. And I'm like strolling by. I'm like, man, really, man, this is my job. He goes, get out right now. And then I turned around. As soon as I turned around, I got outside over the threshold of the door. I looked at a mass. I mean, it was the most bizarre thing. It looked like it was just come out of the wall like fog. And he goes, it's right there. I was like, oh, I said, do I need to get my black salt? And
Well,
he
you
goes,
didn't listen to us at rubbish, so why would you listen to anything else?
well, and I told him, I said, Brandon, this is my job. I can't stand out here. He's like, yes, you can until he leaves. I said, he ain't leaving until I have authority here. I can make him leave. Okay. And he goes, just wait a minute. He's very pissed. Okay. And I was like, yeah, you pissed him off. And he goes, well, I was helping you. And I was like, yeah, I thought I was gonna like faint, but no, he helped me. Yes, because I didn't know that, I thought maybe I did it, but it was so bizarre. But he saw it.
And I was in South Carolina.
And he was in South Carolina. Yeah, it's all on video. It's all documented. Very fascinating. Let me show.
He's like staring at it. It's all fancy. It's got buttons.
Saturday notes. Okay, you guys get the point. And then also, let me go here to this video here. I mean, I was just wondering, this is my husband. That's about to smack him. Good, how are you? You're nice. I've wanted to get this off. So this box is at our booth, by the way. Somebody had purchased a custom boutique box. Yes, sir. I mean, yes, sir. Okay, so the theory, you know, the theory of the video feedback with Brandon? I do. Take it away. Or are you just gonna go pick mushrooms and, or shoppers pick mushrooms and herbs? That's right. You want me to explain it? Go ahead. Okay, so have you ever seen the Poltergeist? I hope not. Okay, so anyway, so with white noise with the TV, there is a theory in the ITC field. There's a lot of research done on this in controlled environments where they have actually, they call it a telephone. And when I first heard the video feedback loop being called a telephone, I wanted to see this, right? So there is a book, Mike Macy, he was one of the scientists that worked on the ITC project. There's people all around the world that work in the ITC field. Gentleman that was in Italy had to leave or go to jail because he would not stop doing instrumental transcommunication. So he had to go to Spain because of the Catholic Church. They're like, don't communicate with it, blah, blah, blah. But theory is that you can actually capture like the camper video, like camper TVs. You can sweep those and you can see images of your family members come through, in theory, through that frequency and that vibration through the radio waves and through various different light, like RGB, and light has frequency, light has sound, and light has vibration. So that's the theory behind that.
And you brought up the Catholic Church. You know, I try to say this as much as I can on my podcast. The reason why the church doesn't want you using Ouija boards and stuff like that is not because it's evil, but because it works.
I didn't say it.
I said it. So, again, it was easy because I mean, and you know, an InK box, our spirit box is the new Ouija board. If you really want to think about it, it's an electronic Ouija board.
And by the way, I believe this is the doll that
We have 5 minutes.
okay.
Hello.
That's the doll's actual name. Hello.
So I guess I'll wrap this up for us. Come by and see us at the booth. You have
Hold on, I have one more video.
no, we're out of time. We're out of time.
We
We're out of time. We're out of time.
45. We're on till 3.
We have 3 minutes.
Huh? Oh, it's 2:50.
Yes. So we're done. Come by and see us. We'll show you these videos at the booth.
All right, guys.
So
Yeah, we can answer any questions. I'm gonna end it with my video. With my 3D printing. But I do have video of us working on the ghost helmet in depth.
So yeah, please come see us.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you. You know the most precious thing in the world is time.
Guys,
So
get
thank you
this
for giving
book.
us your time.
KD is my husband. KD Stafford is in this book, by the way. He is mentioned in here and he's mentioned in lots of other books as a upcoming and breaking those boundaries and an instrumental communication. Speaking of the devil. Thank you guys, I appreciate you all.
Thank y'all.